Hi everyone, welcome back. Hope you're having a good Friday. Happy Friday. We are discussing a new topic. We finished a series on the Ten Commandments, which were very good, in my opinion. Uh, so moving on to the next one here. The title of this video is Hezek Re'iyah. Okay, the spiritual power of guarding the eyes and protecting privacy. So, there's a form of harm that leaves no physical mark, yet can deeply wound a person's sense of safety and dignity. It is the harm caused by looking, by allowing our eyes to enter places where they do not belong. In Jewish tradition, this is known as Hezek Re'iyah, damage caused by sight. It teaches that the eyes are not neutral. Where we choose to look and where we refuse to look shapes both the other person and our own soul. Today, we explore the principles, power, and effect of Hezek Re'iyah and why guarding the eyes and protecting another's privacy is essential for personal refinement in the larger work of redemption. This teaching is universal for every person who lives among others and seeks to treat human dignity with care. Rooted in the eternal Torah and illuminated by the insightful wisdom of Chassidic masters, we will discover that the restraint of the eyes is a profound act of respect and a quiet contribution to a more whole world. The concept of Hezek Re'iyah is discussed at length in the Talmud, particularly in the tractate Bava Basra. Okay, the sages teach that a person has a right to privacy in their own domain, just as one may not cause physical damage to a neighbor's property. One may not cause damage by looking into their private space in a way that invades their dignity or peace. So, like I guess when there's an expectation of privacy, right? This principle flows from deeper Torah values. Torah repeatedly emphasizes the protection of human dignity and the avoidance of causing unnecessary pain. The same tradition that forbids physical harm also recognizes that the gaze can itself become a form of intrusion. When we look into another person's private life without invitation or necessity, we diminish their sense of safety in their own space. The Torah's concern here is not only legal, it reflects a spiritual understanding that human beings need protected space in which to live, grow, and be vulnerable without constant exposure. By establishing boundaries around the eyes, the tradition safeguards the possibility of true privacy, a condition necessary for dignity, intimacy, and inner freedom. Chassidic masters deepened this teaching by focusing on the spiritual power of the eyes. They taught that the eyes are not merely physical organs, they are gateways through which the soul encounters the world. What we allow ourselves to see shapes the inner landscape of the heart and the mind. The Baal Shem Tov and later teachers emphasized that an unrestrained gaze can draw a person into a place of distraction, comparison, or spiritual coarseness. Conversely, the disciplined restraint of the eyes elevates the soul. When we choose not to look at what is not ours to see, whether a neighbor's private domain, another's vulnerability, or material that diminishes holiness, we protect both the other person and ourselves. In Chassidic thought, Hezek Re'iyah is therefore not only about avoiding legal damage, it is about refining the power of perception itself. The same eyes that can invade and diminish can also be trained to see with respect, compassion, and restraint. This refinement is a form of tikkun. Every time we turn the eyes away from what would cause harm or unnecessary exposure, we elevate sparks and create more space for divine presence in human relationships. Guarding the eyes becomes a quiet but powerful contribution to the repair of the world. The principles and power of Hezek Re'iyah can carry deep spiritual significance for every soul. It protects human dignity. Privacy is a condition for people to feel safe in their lives. It cultivates inner discipline. Restraining the eye strengthens the soul's ability to choose what it absorbs. It reduces harm that leaves no visible mark. Emotional and spiritual intrusion can wound as deeply as physical damage. It elevates the power of sight. The eyes become instruments of respect rather than intrusion. It advances redemption. A world in which people honor another person's private space is a world more capable of trust, safety, and genuine connection. How can we live this teaching in daily life? Respect physical privacy. Avoid looking into windows, private courtyards, or personal spaces that are not open to you. Right? The blinds are shut for a reason. Right? Okay. Guard the digital gaze. Practice restraint with online content that exposes others' private lives without necessity or consent. Notice the impulse to stare. When curiosity or judgment pulls the eyes towards someone's vulnerability, gently redirect them. Create privacy for others. Be mindful of how you have your presence, camera, or attention may affect someone's sense of safety. Refine what you consume. Choose not to feed the eyes with images or scenes that coarsen perception or diminish respect for others. Repair when needed. If you have intruded through looking, acknowledge it inwardly and adjust your behavior going forward. Hezek Re'iyah, rooted in Torah and radiant with Chassidic insight, teaches us that the eyes carry moral and spiritual power. By choosing to restrain the gaze and protecting others' privacy, we honor the divine image, refine our own souls, and help create a world of greater dignity and trust. This week, pay attention to where your eyes go. Choose one moment to practice respectful restraint. Notice how this small act of discipline strengthens both your inner life and the safety of those around you. If this teaching resonated with you, share in the comments. How do you work to protect privacy and refine the power of sight in your daily life? Like if these words brought clarity and inspiration to your heart. Subscribe for more explorations of Torah Chassidic wisdom made alive for our time. And turn on notifications. May your eyes become instruments of respect. May you protect the dignity of others through restraint. May your refined perception become a quiet force for healing and redemption. Until next time, guard the gaze, honor private space, and help bring greater light into the world through mindful seeing. You know, I mean, it is what it is, I guess, right? So have a great rest of your Friday. Have a good weekend. Be healthy, be happy, be blessed. See you for the next one.